this is Lee with Fanatic Comics. Sorry we're just a few minutes late. I was having Bluetooth issues. Go figure. And now I need to turn my phone down because everybody and their brother is going to be ding-donged to death. So, we are launching Ravage Kill All Men Redux on Indiegogo. We did really well over on Kickstarter, and we have some copies left over. And what we're going to do is we're going to launch them on Indiegogo for about 2 weeks. And then at the end of that, we're going to launch Offworlder. So let's go ahead and we'll bring in our first guest. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. I love him to death. He's a great guy. His name is Lorenzo, and he can tell you what his last name is because I butcher it every time. It's the French, man. It's the French. So without further ado, let me add Lorenzo. How you doing, buddy?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, and ladies, just so you know, he's taken. So, I already tried for my daughter, but, what can I say?
For reference, my name is Lorenzo Tellier-Dozer.
Yeah, say that again.
It's just not made to be pronounced in English. That's
hell no, it is
we'll leave it there.
Yeah, well, you and I've had this conversation many a time, and I can tell you, I've butchered your name without mercy. So, but anyway, the reason Lorenzo is here is he did our Kickstarter exclusive cover, and it happens to be this very issue. So let me, now, because these books have a very high gloss cover, we don't touch any of them if they're the good ones, which this one is a good cover because we don't have any bad covers of the damaged covers of Lorenzo's cover. So let me see the white gloves. Wow, I've got my green screen way up too high. That's what happens when you have a really crappy day and you're struggling to get everything going. I spent the last 10 minutes just trying to get the Bluetooth up and running. Okay, it's a little. This is the cover. Yeah, can you see all that reflection? Beautiful screen over there. But this is a very high gloss. It's a very heavy stock, 130 pound cardstock. High quality interior. The interior, wow, yeah, too much green screen. But it's very, very bright. We've had a couple reviews so far, and everybody says how bright the interior and the art is. It's on, I think it's 80 pound paper for the interiors. It is a very solid book, and Lorenzo's art. I know it's really hard to tell because of all the gloss and stuff. But let me get the satin print out. We used his art on quite a few things. We used it on the calendar. Yeah, my green screen's turned up way too high. Let me turn that down before we go any further because that is freaking annoying. Let's see if that makes it better. Oh, that seems to be much better. Yes, much. Okay. So this is we did some prints as well. These are on portrait stock paper, so they're very heavy, heavier than the covers actually. And this is Lorenzo's. Now, if you'll notice, this looks painted. That's because it's been digitally painted. It's the style that he works in. I love your work, dude. And this kid, you're 20, and I don't mean to call you a kid, but you're a kid to me. So, I mean, I've got a kid older than you, dude. But you're what, 20, 24? Did you say? You're how old? 20. Oh, yeah. He's 20, and this is his talent right now. He's 20. Can you imagine what this kid's going to be like in 10 years, 5 years? This is him right now. You know, you have a lot of talent, and truly, I've told you this before, you're going to go somewhere with this. This is great talent. You've got a great eye. And I love your painting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys a little some foreknowledge. Lorenzo and I are currently working on a book together, and I'm writing it. Lorenzo is going to do the art. It's going to be what would you call it? A European style manga?
Yeah,
It's
macabre European style manga. Yeah. It's a good mix of European style comics and manga, so it's kind of a hybrid.
Yeah. And so my sound is tuning. Okay. So let me turn that down a little bit. Okay.
Hi.
Let's see if that helps. Now my wife, she's watching. Let's see. Lost myself there. It's a Dracula book. I don't want to give too much because I don't want to. It is still doing that, isn't it? I don't know what's causing that. Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a Dracula book. The best that I can say is, or the best description I can give is, if you know the history of Bram Stoker and what happened when he first did Dracula, the book was, before it was released to the public, he went back and edited a bunch of it. Nobody knows what the edits were about. Nobody knows the details on that and what was the reasoning for the edits. Nobody knows to this day. Our story takes that little nugget of fact and we flip the Dracula legend upside down and make it a little more workable for our time period, or I should say for the turn of the century. So what we do is we destroy some of what Stoker did as far as the story goes, and then give you a story that makes him, if you think he was evil in Bram Stoker's version, you will find he is worse. So that's the best way I can describe it. He's worse. There's no redemption for Dracula. There can't be. I mean, he's supposed to be the personification of evil, and he will be. That's the best way I can describe it. But Lorenzo has done some work on that for us, and his concept for Dracula is it's very manga in style, but it's gonna have that painted look. I think it's gonna work with that whole gothic, that macabre genre. We just don't know if we're going to go black and white noir, or maybe go like adding just a singular color to the book, like a red, and just use reds where the reds are, or just make it all color. We're still kind of playing with it. Once we get some pages, forward, then we'll kind of play with it and see what we think, and we might even share it around and just to get some input. But that's kind of where we're going, and I'm looking forward to having Lorenzo do this. I love his work.
I am too. I'm really looking forward to this, and also about the color. I think that it's really just we're going to settle on what really sets the mood right. So black and white, if that's really what makes it kind of gritty and dark, that's probably what we'll settle on. But splashes of red, It'll depend.
Yeah. That tinny thing keeps coming back, doesn't it? No matter what I do, I can't seem to get rid of it. So, anyway, so we have that. Now, let's go to the main reason why we're here. We're going to launch Ravage Kill All Men. So let's go ahead and bring that up. Boy, Indiegogo is really running slow. There we go. And is that the sound right there? Did you hear it?
Yeah, there's a slight background noise.
Let me set the mic over here. Maybe that'll help. Okay.
I've been struggling with this light up here. Oh.
Oh. Okay, let's go ahead and launch this puppy. Get it out there. Now, what we're going to do is with Ravage is like I said, we're only going to have this up and running for 2 weeks. We only have a limited quantity of copies of Ravage. I'm trying to get to the stupid launch page and it won't let me get there. What is going on here? And of course, I look like an idiot because, you know, boomer doing what boomers do, can't make a page launch. Here we go. Thank you. It must be me. I'm being impatient. Indiegogo is being really slow. And we are live. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring up the campaign. Wow, I can't get over how it can't be my connection. Crap, I've got a very robust connection.
Let's see.
Okay, here it is.
Yep.
Okay. Now we'll go ahead and we'll screen share. Okay, here it is. Now, we have this is Ravage Kill All Men Redux issue 1 by Chuck Dixon. The artwork is by Jimbo Salgado. He is awesome. Great artist. We have currently 30 of the swag bundle. That comes with a bunch of goodies that I will be showing you. We have a $5 digital copy for those who don't want to pay for the shipping or just want to, get a PDF instead of a physical copy. We have our scratch and dent. We did receive a few of the original cover. We did receive a few of those. The damage is minimal, but since I'm a collector, I just did not want to to ship out a product that I as a collector would not be happy with. Some of the corners have a small bend on the right hand side, and some of the spines have where the top and bottoms may have a ding. So we didn't ship those, and we have those for $5 if you're interested in buying those. If you want a cheaper copy or a reader copy, that's totally up to you, but those are available. Like I said, this is a very limited time. We're just getting rid of the excess that we have. We will be printing more once we do Ravage 2, but as far as this campaign, we're just wanting to get rid of the excess copies that we have. If anyone's interested, great. We'd love to have you buy them. Enjoy the book. It is a fun story, and it leaves you on a pretty good cliffhanger. Chuck Dixon is an awesome writer. Love his work. So, having said that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit while let's talk about some future projects that we've got going on. Oh, hey, we have a surprise guest. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Let me stop sharing. We have, whoa, he's live. Somewhere in America, Mr. Mike Barron. How are you, sir?
I'm great. I can't believe this is working. I'm at the health club.
Oh, you're at the health club? Oh. You didn't invite us to the pool?
It's a miracle. I couldn't do this without my wife. She did it, and that's why I'm talking to you. Because I can barely use this smartphone. But here we are.
That's awesome. Yes, here we are, and we're not getting to join you at the pool. Oh, I feel slighted.
Oh, ear. Oh.
It's a sexy ear.
Oh.
Needs a little trimming, I think. Right about,
Another guest.
Say again? You're just a guest at the pool?
Who's our other guest?
Ah.
Oh.
Okay.
Who's this guy in the corner up here?
This is Lorenzo. Lorenzo, this is Mike Barron. Lorenzo did an alt cover for us for Ravage. This is the cover that he did.
You could tell me his name.
Say your name, Lorenzo, because I can't.
Okay. Wait. Lorenzo Tellier-Dozer. I'm trying to say this seriously.
Hey. Hi, Lorenzo.
Hi, Mike. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You can tell me.
You're really skipping, Mike.
Yeah.
Yep, you're froze. You're froze, Mike.
Yep.
You're freezing up.
It might be better.
Well, I hear you better. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you get his name?
Did I what?
Did you get Lorenzo's name?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Okay. All right. This is the cover that Lorenzo did, Mike. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Beautiful.
Yes. He does digital painting, which I thought, the work is great. And he's 20 years old, and this is what he can do right now.
Holy shit.
So anyway, what we're doing is since we've got you here, we might as well start jumping into the whole Offworlder conversation. which we're launching that on the 24th. And we have a surprise for everybody. Mike, do you want to share what that surprise is?
Well, yeah, it's the comic Offworlder, which is kind of like Vikings in space. And this is the third time we've launched this book, which just blows my mind. If people would just look at the book, they're going to want it. The problem is, I think previously, it's not a superhero book, but it is in a way. It's kind of like the Silver Surfer. It's kind of like the Silver Surfer meets Conan, and the art by Jordi Armengol is jaw-dropping. When you look at the art on the crowdfunding page, scroll down through the pages. The whole book is finished, and the art will have the same effect on you as the first time you saw it. Or Todd McFarlane, it has that impact. Jordy's just an incredible artist. He knows how to bunch blacks too. It's kind of a dark story, which is appropriate. But I wish I had some pages to show you. You must have pages, Larry.
Yes, I do, and I'm going to share some. But can you tell everybody what surprise we have for a cover?
Oh, well, they say show don't tell. Can you show?
Okay, I sure can show. Let me go over here and bring that up.
I'll be posting it on my own Facebook page later.
Oh, we're getting some music there, hopefully. I wasn't ready to grab that, but of course, it's always one thing or another. Boomers do as boomers do. Okay. Oh, finally. Okay. I tell you, it must be my PC is having the problem because it is loading like dirt. And I just rebuilt this whole thing. It is actually annoying because I lost my RAID drive, so I lost a bunch of files and I had to rewrite a whole bunch of stuff that I had for the preview book. And I had to actually go back through command line and pull a bunch of stuff out, just what I could save. Come on, load up here. Ah, finally.
Did we lose him at the pool?
I don't know. I hope not. Okay, so let me go and share. Oh, I think he's back. There he is.
Ah.
Okay. Let me.
Hey, I'm sorry about this, guys. The connection's just terrible.
That's okay.
I'll have to join you at a later time.
Okay.
Sorry.
No
Carry
problem.
on.
Okay. Good talking to you, Mike.
Oh.
Okay. Are we sharing? Yes, there it is. Okay.
Wow.
Now, for those of you who may not know, that's the cover. We haven't got it colored yet, but that's the cover for an alternative cover that we're going to have for Offworlder. And that cover is by none other than Pat Broderick. We commissioned that 2 weeks ago, and I gave him a basic concept of what I was looking for, and this is just great. If you'll notice in the background, there's the Lizardson skulking. You've got the Atlantic Ocean, I think, in the background. This is a night scene. Once gets colored, this is going to look great. We're going to have Jordi Armengol color this for us. Jordi has a great eye for color. I love what he did to the Matt Weldon print that we're going to have with Offworlder. You guys are going to see some really, really beautiful work here. Let me bring up some of the Offworlder artwork to show you that we've got for you coming up. So let me grab my Offworlder folder. This shouldn't take nearly half as long. Oh, there it is. Okay. And okay. So let me go ahead and share this. And this. And this. Okay. One of the things that I love about Jordi's work, his colors are just awesome. Okay, this right here. Yep, this is no, that's not Jordi's colors on that page. But he did color this page. That's not his, but that's the original concept for it. This is page 1. This is the library at Alexandria, and this is Princess Sarah. She's speaking to her vizier, and she's basically getting the heck out of Dodge because the Muslims are coming, the Caliphate. They're coming to destroy. This was an actual historical event that took place at that time, 641 AD, and the Caliphate raided Alexandria, and so she's getting the heck out of Dodge. Now, this page, let me share this one. This is Jordi's art and colors. Look at that! Isn't that beautiful? He's got the moonlight shining through the curtains. You can see the silhouettes and the shading from the moonlight. I mean, you can tell you're looking at. There's a very sheer curtain, and it's just allowing just enough moonlight in to see. You also can't see that Princess Sarah's guard is right here, and he's waiting for any possible assassins to come. And lo, there happens to be one. This is Jordi's work. He is absolutely A class. I love his stuff. So this is what Offworlder is going to have. Offworlder is 25 pages. All 25 pages. It is completely written. I believe that all issues written. What is that noise? It sounds like paper tearing. It's all Lorenzo?
I've got a bit of uh,
I hear
a
French.
sound situation.
Yeah, I would say I can hear French.
So
So I know that's not me this time.
there's a bit of a gathering here. That's why.
Ah, okay.
So I can't tell if can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Perfect.
So Pops shared this. Pops Van Zant, he is a huge comic fan. He does an online con. Uh, it's uh, over at Comic Madness. Look for it on Facebook. It is a great little con that he does. It's all digital. I think it's every 2 weeks, isn't it, Pops? It's really great. You'll have a lot of fun. There's a lot of different talent, mostly indie talent there. Go check him out. Um, do we have sound?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. She says it's better now. Okay. So anyway, uh, so that's Offworlder. Um, we also have going forward, we have some other titles that we're going to be working on. Uh, we've got Sentinels of Aegis, The Rise of Aegis. Basically, it's superheroes, Mission Impossible with superheroes. Um, it's got some. It's got some characters that I think are unique. Some that it's really hard anymore to make truly original characters. But I think that you guys will like these characters. A lot of these characters I created like 35 years ago. Huh, I can't believe I'm that old. But uh, yeah, so um, we have Sentinels, Sentinels of Aegis, Rise of Aegis. Then we're going to have the working title so far is Victor's Diaries, and that's our Dracula story. Um, and I think that's how we're gonna call it. I'm not 100% sold on that title yet, but I think that's where it's gonna go because it's gonna be told from Dracula's aide de camp, so to speak. Uh, it's gonna be told from his perspective and how he knows so much of what's happening or what's going on with Dracula is because uh, he has shared blood with Dracula, and this allows him to when Dracula sleeps, he dreams, and when Victor sleeps, he dreams the same dreams that Dracula has done. So it's kind of driven him mad. Yeah, he's gone completely and totally mad watching all the horrors that Dracula has perpetrated throughout history. Ah, thanks, Mike. Um, so then we have another book that we're calling Exile, which is a superhero book. Um, what do galactic empires do with their political prisoners? Well, most times, they exile them. But where does galactic empires exile people to? Backwater worlds, Earth. So we're going to meet a character. I can't tell you what his name is. I can only tell you that he doesn't know what his name is, and he is on Earth, and he was there, and he realized that before he lost his memory, he realized that someone important to him was on Earth, and he was looking for that person, and then someone was sent to assassinate him because he's a political exile, and he loses his memory, and he's now trying to figure out who he is and what's going on. So we have that story. Uh, trying to think what the other one. Oh, we have Tarkus Codain, which is a sword and sorcery. Um, I kind of I like that sort of thing. It's always been my favorite story. I loved Ed Greenwood. Have you ever read Ed Greenwood?
I don't think so. What's it about?
Ed Greenwood, he did a campaign called The Forgotten Realms through Dungeons and Dragons TSR,
Mm.
and his world was very deep, and I love those kind of deep worlds like Tolkien, uh,
Mm.
uh, Ed Greenwood's Forgotten Realms, um, Game of Thrones. I like those rich, thick, deep worlds, and that's kind of how I write. I like that. I like a cast of characters, and I like the interplay that goes on. And plus, people popping in and out makes an interesting story if it's done correctly. And then, of course, we have. Go ahead.
Are you a fan of The Witcher? That's
You
I've
know,
never asked you that.
I've read half of one. I think I don't even know which one it was. I just read half of one, and I never got back to it. And I kept thinking, this is a book I really need to read, but I just haven't been able to get back to it. But I wanted to watch the series on Netflix, but one of those things, time.
Yeah.
It is an evil taskmaster. So, and a lot of the stuff we're going to have in the preview book, which I'm hoping we will deliver tomorrow. I've got to finish writing up a few more pages of it tonight and then send it out. Like I said, I had to rewrite a bunch of it. Ugh, it was horrible. So, having said that, let's go back and take a look at our Indiegogo and see if we've had anybody pop in and buy a copy. Nope, not yet. But we did launch this on Kickstarter, so I'm not surprised that we haven't had anybody take a peek yet. Yes, he does. I did show the painting that Lorenzo did for Ravage. I'll show it again. I do love this. I mean, I'm not trying to kiss your butt, kid. Hey, truly, dude, you're 20 years old and this is your talent. I mean, you're great. Like I said, you're going to go far. This is the, I keep forgetting how to pronounce his name, and I'm horrible at names. I'm going to say Bigante. I know he lives in the Philippines, but he's done a lot of work for Zenoscope. He did that cover for Ravage, and he did a lot of covers and done some interiors for Zenoscope over the last few years. Jimbo who did the interiors for Ravage. He also has worked at Zenoscope and a few other comic companies. I think he actually did some work over at Marvel and DC. So,
I'm losing your sound. I don't know if you're.
Okay.
I think it's okay.
How's that? Does that sound better?
No. Maybe you should move in closer to the mic.
Okay, how about that? Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. Oh, Lorenzo did a cover or a painting of The Witcher.
I do actually have that one.
Oh, do you? Oh, please.
This big this big sketchbook.
Oh my! So you hand drew it, not digital.
Oh yeah. I had way too much fun with this.
Well, she stalks your page. You know that, don't you?
Well, thank you for stalking my page. It's yeah. I think I spent the most time on like strands of grass. So.
Wow, that is detailed.
Wow, it was a lot of fun.
Wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. Well, just so you guys know, what we try to give a good product and reward our backers. One of the things that we did on the Kickstarter campaign was once we hit a certain number of backers, we gave, with the permission of the creators of Robot Western, we gave away issue 1 and issue 2 of Robot Western digitally. So all our backers got that comic free. They can look at it and then go over to their Etsy store if they want to and buy a copy of 1 and 2. We're hoping that I personally have physical copies of Robot Western, and I love the book. It was really good. Beautiful art. I mean, total eye candy. Um, I highly recommend it if you haven't bought it. Look them up on Etsy. Robot Western. It is an all ages appropriate story. It's basically robots in Old West with a sci-fi element, and it's really solid book. The crew is for the book is from all over. The writer is from Canada. Uh, I think the artist is Russian, but don't quote me. I think the inker is the colorist is from the Philippines. So it's all over, but it's a great book. Like I said, we gave that away as we hit stretch goals. We also did these coasters. So we had this is from Ravage. This was a promo that they had, an ash can. We did that. We also did something rather unique. We took and had wooden bookmarks. These are wood veneer. You can see the wood grain. Yeah, there you go. But these are wood bookmarks. And I actually like these. I don't know. They're just very unique. And we had Ben had these done up. He wanted to have these stickers of Skylark. That's the female on the cover. Made up, and of course we had the Lorenzo calendar, and of course you saw the two prints, and those were part of stretch goals that we had in the campaign. So we try to give a high quality book. We've got a 130 cardstock cover. We've got 80-pound interior, beautiful gloss cover, a satin finish on the inside so it's not too glaring so that you can't read it, because that's one of the things I hate about some of the more modern books is they use gloss interiors, and you're kind of always kind of moving the page around and you can't read it. So we made it so that it wasn't hard on the eyes but still bright. Solid work on the inside. Great art by Jimbo. Great cover by Lorenzo and Vigante. I'm hoping to pronounce his name right. Probably not. But yeah, please back the book. We're going to be bringing Offworlder on the 24th. You're going to love Jordy's work, and you're going to love this story. I happened to catch 5 pages of issue 2, and it takes off well. You're gonna love this. This is, gosh, like Mike said, it's kind of like Vikings in space. It's if you've ever read Exile Man of War and you liked it, you're gonna like this a lot. Because it's got that Exile Man of War feel. It's got that Silver Surfer-esque kind of feel. Sometimes we have to sacrifice things for the greater of humanity, and that's kind of what Henry Gunn goes through. So I definitely think that you'll enjoy it. I can't wait to see this book in print. I want to hold that book in my hand. Also, going forward, if all goes well, we're going to have some autographed copies for the Ravage Kickstarter campaign. The next time we go through with issue 2, we're going to send some to Lorenzo and have him do some autographs. We're also on the going back to the Offworlder campaign. We're going to have some virgin covers of the Pat Broderick art, and those will be autographed by Pat Broderick. And we're also going to have those are only going to be limited to 100 virgin covers, and they'll be autographed by Pat Broderick. And we're going to have 100 of his colored cover autographed by Pat as well. So be looking for that in the Offworlder campaign. There's only going to be 100 of each different cover of that style, and because those are the only ones that are going to be autographed, just due to shipping. It costs a fortune to ship books.
but we hope that you guys will like it. Uh, I know we've been on here for quite some time, and I appreciate all of you that came and listened in. And I just want to say, keep an eye on this kid because I'm telling you right now, he in 5 or 10 years, he's really, really going to do well.
Hope so.
Oh, dude, you got talent. You got talent. You scare me. Your talent's excellent. I mean, you're great. And like I said, this is the thing. Carrie goes and she sees these people, and then she says, "Hey, have you seen this guy? Have you seen this guy? Or have you seen this person?" Because half the time we don't go by their names, if it's a guy or a girl. But she's like, "Have you seen this person? Have you seen this person?" And you're one of the first ones she found, and she's like, "You gotta check this kid's art out." And I looked at her, like, wow, she loves you to death. So
Thank you.
well,
Thank you for doing
So, yeah, she's your biggest fan. hey, you know that movie? What was that? What was that movie? Carrie, what's that movie? I'm your biggest fan, and I'm not talking about The Incredibles. I'm talking about the live one. What's his name in it? She ties him to the bed. She breaks his feet so he can't run away.
Wait. It's isn't that a Stephen King book?
Yes. What is that movie?
It's Misery. There.
Misery.
Yes. I love that movie, and I know it's supposed to be a horror movie, but I was with friends when I watched it, and I found it really profoundly funny. To be honest, well, I'm pretty sure the book is terrifying. But
Well, I will tell you, when that movie came out, I went to a comic
convention, and that was the line of the day. I mean, people were saying that to creators, and they're all kind of like looking up, going, "Oh." I mean, yeah, most people were joking, but it just became the joke of the day. And it was like, I know these guys had to have heard that 100 times, if not 1,000. So it was just, it was bad. But all I could do is sit there and just laugh. I was like, these guys are going to wear this out. People's going to start throwing the tables. I don't want to hear that no more. But, yeah, it was funny. So, yeah, just be glad it's... Of course, she's never seen it. Yeah.
It's a great movie, though. It's a great movie.
Yes, it is. It's a good movie. It's very suspenseful. It's not really bloody or gory at all. It's just shock.
I think a lot of the movie, it's kind of my favorite horror genre, I guess, is like is it anguish? It builds up slowly. It's not really like jump scares and stuff. It's just the scary part comes from the fact that it's pretty real. It's not ghosts and stuff. It's just horrible human beings.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing. You've got Misery, who just she can't separate reality from fantasy. So, but then of course you've got other and I think that's what M. Night Shyamalan is, why he's so well liked, is because he can give you a PG-13 story that scares the crap out of you. Because it's all just camera angles. It's all just shock and surprise, heavy drama. It's really good. He's really good director. But I think we're going to call this a day. I really want to I appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate the fact that you guys have backed our book. Please, if you can, if you don't back or you already have backed, could you please share with your friends our link? I'm trying to get the link now. And share that with your friends, your family, anybody that might be interested in comics.
I'll be the first one to tell you that I stink in front of the camera, but I make up for it in enthusiasm.
Okay, there's another movie line, and I'm not going to tell you what that movie's from. So, yeah, it's, remember that, what is that, 41st Dates? Yeah. So, if you ever watch 41st Dates, you'll know where that came from. But, and for some strange reason, I like that movie. Anyway, so, and Lorenzo's like, good Lord, he's nuts. So, and I'm actually not like this when I'm off the camera. I don't even know what, I have no idea how I become.
The camera makes you say things.
Oh, yeah. So my sound is gone? Is it back? Is it gone?
It's back.
Okay.
No?
I don't know what the heck's going on with that. I think maybe I got a bad cord. I'm going to have to check my cord. Okay, so we are going to cut it here. Really, this time I mean it. Dang it, we got to get out of here. I've got to wage war with the crabgrass out front. So, and Lorenzo, what time is it in France?
It's 9 p.m. right now. So dinner time.
Yeah, that's right. You Europeans, you eat like 9, 10 o'clock, don't you? Y'all crazy.
Always.
What is up with that? And you eat your salad last.
Lunch late, dinner late. You know, it's everything is just
No breakfast.
late all the time.
No breakfast.
No.
Okay, so what is a typical? I'm curious. I know I keep saying I'm going to cut it out, but I'm just curious.
What is a typical lunch? A typical French lunch. Thanks, Pop.
Let me think about this. I'd say a typical French lunch is, let's see, always meat first of all, and it would be filet mignon, or just a slice of beef, and on the side, puree, so mashed potatoes, a bit of mustard, maybe some. We like to put cream and sauce on everything. So you'd have sauce au poivre, so pepper sauce, or crème fraîche. There.
Ah, okay. So filet mignon. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But then a real meal would just be pasta, and that would be the average French meal. Yes.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Go figure. Right. I would think something like, I don't know. I was thinking croissants, to be perfectly honest. I thought you'd say, we usually have croissants and something else, cheese with our lunch, but no, I guess not.
I did forget cheese. Cheese, very, very, very important part of the meal. Very important part.
You guys are big cheese heads.
Yes. We're proud of our cheese.
Yes, I've heard that. It's all about the brie. It's all about the brie. That's what I hear. Have you ever seen a show called Hello, Hello? It's a very odd but funny poke at the French during World War II. And the guy Rene, he owns this cabaret, and he's always telling his wife he's been out back taking a nibble on the brie, but what he's been doing, running around with his waitresses
in the back room. So he's like, I was having a nibble on the brie. And the accents are horrible.
I just love how French people are portrayed in movies.
Yes,
it's always a pleasure to watch it.
Yes, you're either arrogant pricks. I mean, seriously, you're either arrogant pricks, bourgeois pricks, which is even worse, or stupid as hell. I mean, Monty Python just beat the French to death. I mean, every single movie they ever had a Frenchman in, it was just like he was the stupidest, dumbest jerk off there was. But yeah, but
ouch.
I still love you, brother. Still love you. Okay, we're gonna call this a day. Damn. Y'all be good. This has been Leave Fanatic Comics with my good friend Lorenzo. Lorenzo, take us out of here.
Okay. Goodbye. And back Ravage.
He said so.
That is the way.